But you think people are most Ghanaians actually moving towards this AI trend, or just a few people like
Most Ghanaians.
Okay.
I think if you use TikTok a lot, you agree with me. There are billboards in Accra and Kumasi that the whole billboard you can clearly see was generated by ChatGPT.
Yeah. So do you? So from where you sit, do you actually think that people are now using AI just write emails, or they're actually using the text space?
I mean, productivity is actually being a lot of people are doing a lot of. I mean, typical example, just the recent news that I started having. I've seen a number of news crackers that have been launched.
Yeah, I've seen a lot, about 3. I've seen 3 so far.
There's a lot. Even people. So of course, AI, whether you agree or not, has changed how we actually approach building solutions. Somebody spend a lot of money to secure a billboard, a whole billboard, and then they decide they are going to generate a flyer. And then there are no graphic designers in the loop.
A lot of unemployment in the system, right? I think this is going to increase our unemployment rates in the country. The best ideas in tech don't happen in front of the monitor, but over a drink with a fellow builder. Today we have my colleague here, Sedem, the lead guy from Code and Cocktails. We are going to go through Ghana's tech ecosystem. Currently, they've done a very good job in running the survey in 2025. So we are going to demystify the data and see what is going on currently in Ghana's ecosystem. Sedem, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Nick.
We're very glad to have you on this show.
Yep.
To start off, can you just talk us through what Code and Cocktail is all about?
All right, so at Code and Cocktails, we are known for organizing parties for people in tech. But I mean, beyond the parties, we do other stuff. Like we have a Code Cup events happening this June. The idea around that is to bring people together and create awareness about cardiovascular issues. Tech people sit a lot by their deck, so the concept of Code Cup is to bring them around so that they can exercise their bodies and stay healthy. And also, like the report we are about to discuss now, in 2024, we decided we are going to map out the Ghanaian tech ecosystem.
Okay.
Check the pulse, what works, what's not working. Check out on the tools that people are using, working conditions, remuneration, and all of that stuff. So we ran the first report in from June throughout to December 2024, and then we organized the data and made the reports available in January 2025. Right. And we continue to do that again for 2025, and we made the reports available publicly. Both the data sets and the reports are all public.
Right.
Open source. Anybody can access the data set and run their own analysis and share their own perspectives as well. So we made that public, and that's what we are about to talk about today.
Thank you very much. I see a very beautiful report here. I think you guys have really done a good job in doing this. There are some people who tried to do this in the past, but they were not able to succeed. But you guys were able to pull it off. So let's delve right into it. So I can see that there is the survey is supposed to be people in tech, right? Anybody,
all across the whole value chain.
Yeah, across the value chain. Yeah. Right. So from software engineers, designers,
product people, QA.
What about content creators? Are they part of?
Well, in all honesty, we didn't capture, but then I think we captured content creators if you consider technical writers as content creators, because they're also creating content.
Right.
Just that it's not video content, but it's written content.
Right.
So in the reports, that's why I said it would be best for people that have a lot of interest in the data to actually go grab the open source data on daxum.org and check it out for themselves. Because in reports, reports are always summaries of the whole thing. Yeah. So we have a few people that are not your primary tech person. They are not a developer. They are not a designer. They are not a product person. They're not a QA person. So a few technical writers that don't show up in the report, because then maybe it's just one person that's actually filling in for that.
Yeah. But based on the reports, you notice that there's a high percentage of just software engineers in the tech industry. What's the catch?
I think engineering is the backbone of tech. I mean, that's common knowledge. So what this survey does is just to actually, confirm what we already know. Yeah, engineering. Because but there's a shift. If you look at the data carefully, as of the 2024 survey we did, more than 50% of the respondents were actually software engineers. But as of now, that number, the percentage has dropped, even though the number of respondents have increased year on year. So clearly, we are having like other sectors emerging, but still, software engineering actually leads the.
Right. Because if you look at it closely, we want other people venture into other sectors in tech, right? Not only software engineering, because there's a lot of software engineers in the system.
There's a lot you can do in tech, but again, it's a communication thing. So I think that's part of the thing we do at Code and Cocktails. Our events, we advertise our event to bring together not just people writing code. So we encourage people, so long as you are along the tech value chain, marketing people. Our service covers marketing as well, right? Sales and marketing. It's actually a major section of the services. Sales and marketing, quality assurance, product people, everybody else that's working along the tech value chain, from when the idea is conceived to when it is built to when it is deployed to markets, everybody along that value chain is in tech. So we encourage and try to bring everybody around.
Right. Me in particular, I'd like to see sectors like quality assurance, QA, product managers, technical project managers to rise up the value chain, because there are a lot of opportunities in that sector, but it looks like people are not really taking advantage of it. What do you think is the reason?
The nicest thing as of now is that as I'm speaking to you right now, there's actually a vibrant QA community in Ghana right now. It's called, I think, QA Afrique.
Okay.
Like a big community of QA people. It's a mix of QA and product managers and technical product managers.
Right.
Like I'm a part of their community, so I know what I'm talking about.
Right.
So to that, this year's Code Cap, there's a team dedicated for QA and product people, not just only product people.
Right.
So if you go check the website right now, you see the back of the just say actually have quality assurance. So yeah, there's a big community of QA people in Ghana.
Right. And I'm also seeing a lot of content creators coming up lately.
Oh yeah.
Talking about tech. I think I'm loving that space. You will see people demystifying apps. They will just take applications and go through it and then show people what they can do with those apps. Like, it's very nice.
It's on the rise and it's nice. I've seen a few girls, which is really, really interesting, on TikTok. There are girls in the Ghanaian tech space. And in fact, most of the content I see from micro influencers, apart from the big guys like Delpy and what's the name? Desi Ocean and Bombsy, they are the new crop of micro influencers in tech, actually mostly all girls. And that's very, very like interesting. There are a lot of them on TikTok. They will talk about the tech events that are happening. For some people, that's just their niche. Every month they come around and talk, okay, these are the events we have for this week or this month.
Right.
Some will talk about like the solutions that are being built in the ecosystem. I even saw one that was a Poria speech, asking people about tech and what they think about AI and stuff. And that's pretty much impressive. So we are hoping we see more of that actually happening.
Now let's go to the other part of this report.
Yes, sir.
So we see the report here captured 40.5% of people are mostly in fintech.
Yep.
Right. So that's a very high percentage if you think about it. What is happening to the other sectors, the agri-tech, the ed tech? What's happening to them?
I think, talents go where the money is.
Right.
Let's be honest. And people in the ecosystem don't necessarily align themselves and say, oh, I'm not going to work for this particular sector, or I'm actually just going to work for fintech. If the data from 2024 actually even confirms it. Same thing. Fintech was the leading, sector in 2024, followed by e-commerce. Then we had edtech, right? And the same trend actually continues. Moving money is very important in any economy, right? And it's no different in Ghana.
Right.
So a lot of the solutions around are helping people purchase services or move money. So those are the companies that have high demand, and also have a lot of revenue, inflow. Of course, so they are the ones that are actually hiring a lot more too. So clearly what it says is that the industry that's actually, making a lot of revenue and is opening up to hiring young talents is the companies in fintech.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
You know, there's some years back, it was agri-tech, right? You see a lot of agri-tech companies rising up, startups
Well,
doing a
I'll
lot of
still
things.
argue that they had a lot of hype because there was a time Axtech and Clean Tech was, I mean, it became a thing. Investors, and again, people follow where the money is. Same thing for funding and all of that stuff. If you check the data across the sub-Saharan region for the past 5 years, guess which sector raised the most money?
Don't tell me.
Fintech. So clearly, even though we might have a few years where like some grants might come in, so you have people building in the architect sector, like we have there's Grow for Me,
Yeah.
and then we have what's these guys? Why do I keep forgetting their name?
Agro Center.
No Agro Center, Francis Obiri Koran,
Yeah.
and then we have these guys from Mest.
Yeah, there are a couple of them.
No, these guys from Mest. Why do I keep forgetting their name? Big company raised, I think 10 million.
They are still
They are still existing.
Yeah, I think I've
Yeah,
Cow Tribe.
they have like not Cow Tribe. You keep mentioning everybody except the ones I'm actually want. They are airport. Their office are airport. Color is green and white.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember that name. I know what I'm talking about.
Their CEO is Desmond.
Yeah, I remember.
See, I remember the CEO's name. I can't remember. Complete farmer. So yeah, they had. I mean, there was a time we had a lot of architect companies having a lot of hype. But then, even at that time, if you go and confirm the data, the sector that was still actually, moving the money, getting the funding, and hiring the most was still companies.
But if you look at fintech, right? I can count the number of fintech. Unless maybe I'm not privy to the number of companies. I can count the number of fintechs we have in Ghana, right? So is it like there are hidden fintech that we don't know of? Or
well, that's true as well. Okay. There are a lot of companies, I'm sure if I mention right now, you have no idea they're actually playing the space. You know, people are playing at different levels, right? You have people serving consumer. And if it's a consumer brand, it's going to be very popular because they need to run ad, they speak to consumers. But most people are building reels.
Right.
They're powering other consumer companies that you know about.
Yeah.
So they have no need to actually be in the public space. In all honesty, there's a lot of financial technology companies in Accra. Every day or every week, I meet a new one. I'm like, oh, okay.
You're also in the system.
Yeah, there are actually a lot of them. And they also have, and you know, fintech now, as we know it, is bigger because companies are now playing across multiple industries. Like you see a company that's in insurtech, like insurance, but they are also a fintech because they have embedded finance.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that might also be the reason why it's looking that big because the companies are now unilateral. They are playing across like multiple industries. Yeah.
So let me just diverge a little bit.
Yeah,
do you perceive that, there was some years back, I think some few years back, we saw some trend in Nigeria that you see a lot of fintechs crop up and then we hear stories like, oh, okay, they've closed down or they've spent some kind of money. Do you see that happening in Ghana?
No, I don't think that will happen in Ghana.
Why?
The main indicator being the regulator.
Okay.
The Ghanaian regulation, I think, is it a year or two ago? The central bank in Ghana is actually top number one when it comes to regulation in the whole of Africa. Not even just Sub-Saharan, like on the entire continent.
Yeah.
So, if you are, I don't think anybody's folding up. What I think will happen as the years go by is there'll be buyouts.
Yeah.
Because most of the fintechs are actually serving almost the same customer base, right? Just that people are using different fintech companies for different purposes.
Yeah.
So along the line, I see mergers happening, companies coming together to become like form mega corporations and have much more market reach so that they can expand to other markets.
Yeah.
But the consumers are very safe. Nobody's actually folding.
All right. That would be very interesting. Very interesting to see. So I think let's go into another sector of these reports, right? There is some demographics for this report, right? We see a lot of male dominating this tech industry. I know some years back there was a lot of push for women in tech.
Even now, there's still a lot
of programs happening, encouraging women in tech. But it looks like there's still some.
I mean, globally, there's still a huge gap. I mean, if I get I don't have the exact number of it, but I think we have just about 20% of the global workforce in tech being women. That's globally. Globally. A little about 20% globally, like the entire world. So, again, as I said, this report actually just confirm a lot of the assumptions we already have about the ecosystem. what we are hoping will happen is that as the years go by, these reports will inform policy direction, so that people that are in charge of policy and people that run programs can, take this raw data, do their own analysis, or pick up the report that we actually worked on already and decide where do we invest our energy,
Right.
or what are we doing wrong. Like
Right.
as you said, right? We said we not just now, currently we have a lot of events and programs designed to actually, build a pipeline for the young Ghanaian tech girl to actually succeed in tech.
Yeah.
But clearly, something is not.
What do you think is the problem?
I can't say from where I sit, but clearly something is not working right.
All right.
So now the data is in. As the years go by, the data will only get better because the respondents from 2024 were under 200. By 2025, we are almost 300. So to get to a point, we'll have enough people confident enough to actually share data, and the reports will get better. The data will get better. I'm hoping the people in charge of policy and people that are designing these programs will take this data into account when they are planning whatever they are planning.
Yeah. You know, myself, I trained about 20 women in tech before in software engineering, but then there's a trend that I noticed. Right. It got to a time, majority of them got married.
So post events monitoring and evaluation, you did that?
Yeah. So wait, see, this is what happened. So majority of them got married. Like about 50% of them got married, right?
Which is normal.
They got married, and then all of a sudden they were busy, and then they couldn't keep up with learning some of the things again.
Busy as in what sense? Keeping the house.
Yeah, keeping they were. I don't know what happened, but I don't know.
So do you want to suggest that childbirth might be one of the reasons why?
It's part. I think it's part of the reason.
But women also give birth.
Men? How do they give birth?
I mean,
men don't get pregnant.
Yeah, but like
no,
parenthood is a shared responsibility.
No, but I feel like women they don't have a lot of time on their hand. You get it? And immediately they get married, they seem not to have a lot of time on their hand because some of them they have to go and take care of the home and all of that. Some of them have to take care of the kids. If you have a kid, you have to take care of the kid. So that time, this type of work, right? It needs a lot of dedication.
A lot of.
I feel like that is one of the reasons. I don't know. Maybe
I can't dispute that because I did computer science, right? Like, KNEST. Any of my mates watching can confirm. We were about, if I'm not lying, a little over 200 in class.
Yeah.
Less than 30 were girls. That's like computer science program designed to actually train the next generation of people that are going to be building stuff in tech. So right from where we are trained, there's a stark, the ratio.
It's already.
I think the boys in my class who can roughly go to 3 or 4 boys is to one girl, even more. So I was not surprised when when we did a survey and we get.
Yeah.
But one thing too about the data that was quite clear: most of the women that contributed to this survey are actually very highly educated compared to their male counterpart, even though their number is smaller.
Yeah. And I feel like women tend to do well, even though it's software engineering, but we see more of them in the design side, like graphic
or business
UI, UX,
development,
UI, UX, project management. So I feel like maybe they should train them towards that channel, not only because software engineering. Exactly, because that works. I think that they should focus on that side more to push more women.
That is what the data is to do for the people putting the programs together.
Right. So let's see what else we have here. Right. Let's talk a bit about AI. The AI reality check, right? We've been hearing of AI, artificial intelligence, for a while now. So the data has shown that a lot of people are trying
almost everybody that contributed to this.
So from where you sit, do you actually think that people are now using AI to just write emails, or they're actually using it in the tech space?
Productivity is actually being a lot of people are doing a lot of. Typical example, just the recent doom sort that I've started having. I've seen a number of doom source trackers that have been launched.
Yeah, I've seen a lot, about 3. I've seen 3 so far.
There's a lot. Even people that are not in tech. There's this radio guy that used to be at Live FM, Antoine something. I can't remember his full name. I saw him posting a file of a doom sort tracker that he built on Instagram. So of course, AI, whether you agree or not, has changed how we actually approach building solutions. So I was not surprised. In fact, in this report, we only had 1% of the respondents. There are companies no giving consent for the employees to use AI. Almost every person that responded of this survey, their companies are okay for their employees to actually use AI tools, which also shows that Ghanaians are actually forward-thinking people. Yeah, we actually are open to trying out new stuff. Yeah, so I'm not surprised at all.
Some companies would frown against their employees using AI because probably IP issues. They feel like if employees are using AI, they're going to feed their IP information into the AI.
Oh, I think what most companies need to do is to train their people, right? Just like you train them whenever, when companies do a big enterprise purchase, there's always a training session. So this is no different from that. I saw that as well. For most companies that use 365, Copilot, you can localize the data if your company uses that. So companies have options. I think one thing we also noticed is that in the data, for most of the people that their companies also allow them to use the tools, the companies have restrictions on the particular tools they can use. So I think the companies are also much in tune with the the IP and data and what they can feed and what they cannot feed. So
You
there's a
think
workaround around that.
I mean this AI conversation, I mean we'll have another episode, a whole
Episode
episode
just
on
for
this
AI, right?
But you think people are most Ghanaians actually moving towards this AI trend, or just a few people like
Most Ghanaians.
Okay.
I think if you use TikTok a lot, you agree with me. There are billboards in Accra and Kumasi that the whole billboard you can clearly see was generated by ChatGPT.
Yeah, I remember there was
Designers started complaining about
for the
it
tourism
tells
board,
you
they are
about
using
how
AI
that's
to-
what I'm saying. Ghanaians don't have any problem taking or trying on new technologies.
Yeah.
That alone is enough indication. Billboard, you know how much billboard costs? Somebody spent a lot of money to secure a billboard, a whole billboard, and then they decide they are going to generate a flyer. I've seen wedding flyers being generated, invitations being generated. So people are doing a whole social events, and then there are no graphic designers in the loop. So yeah, Ghanaians are pretty much open to trying out new technologies.
Don't you think already we there are a lot of unemployment in the system, right? Don't you think this is going to increase our unemployment rates in the country?
I mean, before this AI boom, the guys at Davos, World Economic Forum, they released a report clearly pinpointing before Gen AI we had a Gen AI craze in the early days, clearly pinpointing the jobs that AI will take away. But the good thing is, for every new era, whenever we have a new technology coming in, right? For any new era that comes in as much as jobs, people lose jobs, new jobs are also created.
Yeah.
So what we need is people being forward thinking enough, reading reports, getting to know what's the next big thing, and aligning themselves, learning new stuff and learning the old stuff and relearning what matters so that they can position themselves for the new jobs that will be coming. Back in the past, there was no job for people like data labelers.
Yeah.
Unless in research labs.
Yeah.
But now there are data labeling jobs all over the place. I think Bridge, the guys are higher at Bridge. They've started running, they've opened up free to register, training people to learn how to label data and connect them with companies too. So more jobs will be taken away.
Right.
But then more specialized jobs will also be created.
Right.
People just need to reposition themselves.
In the spirit of that, do you think the government's efforts to create an AI infrastructure or an AI lab, you think that is a step in the right direction, or you feel like they're not ready?
It's a step in the right direction. I know everybody will have their. I mean, I have my own reservations about the
implementation.
Yeah, the implementation and but then we can't bullshit the whole thing. It's very needed.
Yeah.
We need an infrastructure if we are willing to actually build the technology that sustains, local innovation.
Yeah.
And we own the data.
Yeah.
We need to own the infra, not only just be the clients of other people that own the infra. Whoever owns the infra actually can call the show, right?
Yeah.
So I have no problem at all about the AI strategy that they've actually just launched out. I know, especially people that are very technical will have issues about why is it the training only focused on people building surface level stuff and you're not training ML AI engineers.
Yeah.
I think they should hold on. Like they should
Relax a bit.
Yeah.
Right.
Our people, I mean, politicians are now getting into the groove and the vibe about how these things go. Rome was not built in a day. It's now not what they say. So it's a step in the right direction. What I'm actually hoping for is that this will not just become a smoke screen.
Yeah.
We say it, we roll out a strategy that we don't follow through.
Yeah.
No. I'm hoping that we hold them accountable. So as this thing grows and mature, we all can clearly agree that we need to train people on auxiliary skills that matter for this thing to actually work. Yeah. So it's a step in the right direction.
Because you see people online arguing that we don't even have light. You want to run an AI infrastructure.
That is not like a good counter argument.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not like a good counter argument. Even in the developed worlds that we are actually trying to mock up or become like, not every social issue has been. Homelessness in the US have not been solved.
Yeah.
There are a lot of homeless people in the US. That does not mean
that
US is still spending a lot on their military budget, highest in the whole world. But there are still people walking on the street.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they even have social security.
Yeah.
So that is not like a proper counter argument. Yeah. We will always build stuff. We always develop stuff, even if we don't have like everything working as expected. Yeah.
Interesting. I think the last thing on the report here is remote work. You see 44% of people opting out doing remote work. Yeah. That's very interesting because back in some years, like you will hardly see Ghana companies telling people to do or be working remotely, right? What has changed?
I think COVID actually brought a wave along with it. We've not recovered from COVID, not the COVID virus itself. The symptoms it brought along, which one of them is actually working from home. And it has its own advantages. I mean, for companies that are trying to stay nimble and lean, remote first is the best option for them because you're not going to pay for real estate. You're not going to pay for people in a place. It has its own. Everything has cons and pros. Yeah. Right. And also, if you dig deeper into that data, I realize that a high percentage of those people working remotely are not actually working for Ghanaian firms.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
So brings us to the question. If people, I wish we had enough time, would have built a correlation between, we take a persona from people should grab the raw data because it's well organized. So you can just grab an entry, what they do, where they are located, their salary band, remotes, all of that stuff, company size. The data have a lot. We took company size, the tools they use, and all of that stuff, right? Yeah. I encourage people to grab the raw data from daxum.org and then do their own analysis and find much more deeper insights. Yeah. What we did is just surface, right? Yeah. Just to give the reports, something that people can read through and understand where we are headed as an ecosystem. Yeah. So there's more to uncover. Yeah. So most of these guys are working for foreign firms. And if the companies here in Ghana don't actually find a way to actually generate enough revenue to keep talented folks, I'm afraid to say, but they will become training grounds for talents that have international appeal.
Yeah, exactly. That's already happening. I see that happening.
The data clearly shows.
I see that happening.
People will start out, talented young engineers or product people, whatever they are doing in tech, will start out. They move on to, a company in Ghana. They build real life solutions. And again, from the data, let me wrap this up for you. From the data, the Ghanaian tech ecosystem is actually globally aligned. The most common framework is React, leading by Python. Yeah. Globally, that actually aligns with the GitHub developer survey and all the developer surveys happening around the world. So the engineers in Ghana are actually globally aligned. Yeah. They are building with the same technologies big global firms are using. So if we are not able to actually find a way for companies to actually plug into the market, be able to extract enough revenue so that they can, remunerate our talent workforce properly, they will become trading grounds for talented people. Yeah. I agree with you. They get better, they build,
and they move.
And then they don't even move. They stay
there and do
and then work, they are building another ecosystem also. Yeah. The team from Brief wrote a beautiful article using the data from this report. I encourage people to go check out. Yeah. And then,
in case you are wondering where some other places to see these reports, you can go to codeandcocktails.live.
Yep. And go to Ecosystem Survey. You have access to the report from the year before, and then the one currently under review.
Yeah. I feel like the whole remote working, a lot of Ghana companies are not really open to it because I feel like they want to see you in the office.
You
Like,
know,
you have to come to the office.
change is difficult. What I see happening is actually hybrid. Hybrid will win.
Yeah.
Because let's not pretend there are no real documented issues with remote job.
Yeah.
Beyond
Yeah.
the productivity.
Yeah.
The health of the employees also matter. There's a current report I was reading, I can't remember the source, that speaks about how working from the office is actually very important for the career of the employees. So it's not only the companies that it actually affects. It affects the employees as well. So what I actually see winning in the long term, it will be like a hybrid work environment. When you come in a few days and you're out of office like a few days. And a lot of companies are already doing that in Ghana. It's just a matter of time before the other companies actually, jump onto the bandwagon. And I think we are heading in the right direction. Honestly, for me, I think we are in the right direction.
Yeah, so there has been a very eye-opening conversation, demystifying this data, very interesting data you have here. I mean, myself, I'll go deeper into it and then learn more.
Grab the
things,
raw data from Daxon.org. It's open sourced.
Yeah.
Grab the raw data, run your own analysis, and share your findings with the community. That's what we actually hoping people will do.
Yeah, this is very good. So this data you have now, what do you intend to do with it personally, or as Code and Cocktails?
Oh, as Code and Cocktails, this data is important for us as well. Because beyond, we know the people that come to our events. Every year we have more than 500 people showing up at our event.
Yeah.
We have a rough idea about what they do, what they don't do, and all of that stuff. But this actually gives like deeper insights. This will help us at Code and Cocktails to know the activities to actually infuse into our programs. Who knows? Maybe a few years down the line, we might start training people.
Yeah.
Because we started out as a party. Now we have a code cap to promote cardiovascular issues around cardiovascular disease. Then we now have the survey that we are running currently. We organize hackathons as well. Most people don't know.
Yeah.
We have an arm as Code and Cocktail that we call Engage. It's on our website. You check the pages, you see Engage over there.
Yeah.
We've done a hackathon with Achieved by Petra. We currently have a big build-out-thon that will be, we'll open up on the 1st of June with Mula in collaboration with Dev Congress and other community partners.
Very interesting.
So Code and Cocktails, beyond the parties, there is the products launch events, there's the hackathons. There's so much more we do for the ecosystem.
Yeah. Me in particular, I would love to see a vibrant tech ecosystem. Like it's like the ecosystem is a bit down. Nothing is happening.
If you are being honest, 2-3 years, things are getting better. I feel like we are moving in the right direction.
Well, let's see.
I feel like we are moving in the right
people like
direction.
you in the ecosystem, I believe.
I feel like we are moving in the right direction. Because now there are much more events. What we need is publicity and getting much more people to start talking about the event they show up for.
Yeah.
Breaking the ceiling, breaking the silos, so that more people can hear and know about what we are doing. Because imagine the guy that stays in Takoradi. The motion is in Accra. You've shared the data, right?
I've seen it.
More than 90% of the respondents are in Accra.
Yeah.
Clearly, that also shows that maybe this survey didn't travel well enough for like people in other regions to actually know about it.
Yeah.
The only thing that I'm happy about is we had at least one entry from every region, all the 15 regions on this survey. So at least there's someone from every region, at least one person that got to know that we were running like an ecosystem survey and they contributed.
Right.
So hopefully as the years go by, the data keeps getting better and we get much more ecosystem partners to push it. Because we can't do this alone.
Yeah.
We get partners to push it. Shout out to Kwekutech. And then media for us is in the game now. So things will get better.
Yeah.
There's Brief, there's Zelos. The media guys are actually really pushing. They are
pushing. Yeah.
So hopefully we get much more funding to come their way today. If they have money, then they will do better. So
yeah. So then you have an event coming up.
Yes,
June.
sir.
You always have something going on.
For the love of the ecosystem.
What is going on?
For the love of Ghana.
Is it June or July?
June 27th, we'll be having Code Cap.
Okay.
So Code Cap, the main event is 4 teams: developers, designers, products / QAs, then other techies.
Right.
We intentionally made other techies. They are just the most beautiful just because me, I'm other techies.
Right.
Other techies is simply everybody else that does not find themselves as a developer, designer, product people, QA people, but they are along the tech value chain. Digital marketers, salespeople, creators, people in management, business development, everybody else. So me, I'm rooting for the other techies team. They have to win.
Last year, I think I played for the product team.
Yeah, even though you're a developer, which is a good thing. So this year, play for other techies.
Yeah, I think I'll play for
there are a lot
there are a lot of developers.
Developer teams will be sold out before
there are
even
lots.
May
So
will be out.
I'll join some other team.
Yeah, me, I'm team other techies every day, all day.
I'll be on other tech.
So this year too, we are trying to infuse other side activities. So we have like a sack race, 100 meter race, lemon is food. Like other stuff, so that people that don't get to play the soccer as well, they could do like other physical activities.
Right.
Media for us is a partner.
It's already a partner.
They will be there to cover the whole thing. So don't just hear about it. Try and find yourself in some of the pictures. Come around. There's a whole lot we are planning. And let me give a few shout out. Allow me. WeWire.
Yeah, I'll give
thanks
you.
to WeWire.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Thanks to WeWire. They are like the platinum sponsors for this year. Shout out to Ben and the team for believing in this and jumping on. But then we have Mula as a good sponsor.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mula. And a host of partners. We are also looking forward to, last year we had SoccerBet. We are still in conversation with SoccerBet. Hopefully they come on board to sponsor. We are also looking forward to, other forward-thinking tech companies in Ghana that are willing to be involved with the communities to come on board and support it so that we can do like a memorable event. Because the more sponsors we have, the better experience we can actually put together.
Yeah.
Monty Rosa from last year, shout out to them. Even though they are not, stationed in Ghana, in the UK, but they sponsor the Ghanaian event. And Paystag, we have a lot of companies.
Actually, I'm not forgetting one company.
M-Notify.
No, M-Notify. There's one company that's...
Oh, GiftSpar,
No, not even GiftSpar. There's another company.
It's
a big company.
That sponsored us?
No, they didn't sponsor you.
Oh, Haptop. yeah. I mean, we are hoping. No, we are open. We are open to actually have. Haptal is arguably the biggest tech company in Ghana.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't even. They process the most in Ghana when it comes to fintech. So it would be a pleasure to actually have Haptal on board. We've tried a few times to actually get Haptal on board, but we've been unsuccessful. So maybe if Alex Bram is come across this snippet on social media. We are open. We are open to having Haptal on board. It would be nice to actually have Haptal on board.
Right.
They have like the biggest company with like the most developers in Ghana. So most of our people in our community, the developers, they actually work at Haptal. So if Haptal is on board, they are supporting their employees. So we are open for that.
Thank you very much, Sedem. Nice having you. Has been very, very amazing conversation with you. I know you have more episodes talking about other things.
I hope we get to talk more about. There's a lot happening that we need to unpack.
A lot.
30 minutes is not enough.
Yeah,
we'll break it into sections and unpack this over the course of the year.
All right, viewers, there you have it. You've demystified the Ghana ecosystem survey made by Code and Cocktails with the lead guy here, Sedem. Thank you for passing through. And let's do this again.
Definitely. I'm looking forward to it.
Viewers, there you have it. We've discussed the 2025 ecosystem survey by Code and Cocktails with Sedem. Sedem, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for hosting me.
We hope you join us in the next episode. Write your comments in the comment section and let's know what you think about this report. You can also download the reports at codeandcocktails.live. When you go there, you click on the ecosystem survey. You will see a beautiful report to download. Go through it and then let's write what you think in the comment section. You can also write who you want to see on the next show in the comment section. My name is Nicholas. See you next time.